Nothing. Keith and Brad and Becky are not building something on Coffee Club.
Right.
This morning,
Right.
okay.
We're perfectly safe.
We're building education. That's
Yes,
what we're building,
that
right,
is
Keith?
correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
One student at a time.
Yeah.
At a time, right?
Right.
All right. Let's thank our sponsors, Rodney.
All right, we've got Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's, Fox Philly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Windhorse for Home in Paoli and English, and McAllister Land Consulting.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors. Very proud of them. And we anyway want to remind everybody what today is. Let me pull that up real quick and see what we're celebrating today. I am in green and started a little early for St. Patrick's Day, but I realized I have a lot of green. So it's going to take a few days to get through this, right?
It's always good.
It's like at Christmas, you wear all your sweaters, right?
Yeah.
So right before,
Yeah, and in the last 5 days, everything around us has turned green.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
I
When you
know,
look out the
yeah.
window and all the
Yeah.
grass and the fields are starting
Yeah.
to turn over from brown to green. It's
Look at
nice.
you.
Really
I
nice.
know.
Yeah.
Bring that out, yes. And all the pretty flowers and stuff
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, I was even talking yesterday to one of my coworkers. It's like, well, it's going to be time to mow grass already.
Oh,
pretty
I did
soon.
that last night.
I've seen. No, you set a high bar. I've seen a lot of people.
He's showing off now.
Yeah.
Gosh, making us all look bad. Okay.
I know. He's that neighbor that everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I even took
had
the
to do it.
weekend to get it running well instead of like I normally do. Think I'm going to just go out and hop on
Who
it.
are
and
you
it
over
runs.
there? What
I
are you
don't know.
doing?
I'm on my A game this year.
I'll tell you.
I know. Oh my goodness. I did see over at Walmart. Did you see those beautiful plants coming in, the trees and stuff, shrubs?
Yes. We have
Oh.
some really good looking trees. And there was one lady that came yesterday that she bought 2 of every tree we had. So
Hey,
that's pretty out. She's ready.
I was
She
going
is
to say,
ready.
she might be my hero.
She said her 2 sons are going to not appreciate having to dig all the holes, but she's ready.
They'll get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whenever they, in a few years, when they send in those shade trees, they'll be
Yeah.
very happy about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go frolicking through. It's such a fun time. Whenever you see isn't that funny how like now when you see the shrubs and the trees coming in at
Yeah.
Walmart, you know, 'tis the season.
But you know it's pollen season, right?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. My phone,
yeah.
my phone is saying pollen alert,
Yes.
pollen alert. I'm like,
Yes.
I know. All right, we're on to the 13th day of March, marching right along here, and today is Donald Duck Day. Oh, I love Donald Duck.
Yes.
He's so misunderstood.
He
Yeah.
is.
You know, the guy has trouble with his communication skills.
Yeah.
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 Go, Keithy. Good
Yeah.
job.
I think it's because he doesn't wear pants.
Maybe.
I
Well, and I think
he would be.
I think.
I think he would. People would look at him.
Maybe so.
Yeah,
He does struggle a little bit with anger. You know, he gets a little
Yeah.
bit angry. You know, so I just think he's misunderstood. This is Earmuff Day. Hopefully we won't need earmuffs, right? Canine Veterans Day. I love the canines.
Absolutely.
When I was in D.C., there were these two German Shepherds. They were absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting honored. They were
Yeah.
getting badges of
Oh,
honor.
very cool.
Yeah.
I love online seeing whether it's on whatever social media you're on when they show the retirement ceremonies for the canines. It's like it's
I
just
about cried.
so it's awesome.
Isn't it, like-
it's just awesome.
Isn't it like in the movie, like I can't watch a movie if a dog gets hurt.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, and then every dog movie, I gotta go read the spoiler to make sure the dog doesn't
Yeah,
die.
Yeah.
yes, I
Like, don't
know.
get me into this
I
movie
know,
if the
I
dog's
know,
gonna
we not
die
just-
at the end.
Yeah.
He better not get hurt, even
Yeah.
though the person's next to him.
Yeah.
You better not hurt that dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Ken Day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. I'm just Ken, okay?
I
Did
know.
anybody watch the Oscars?
No.
Oh. Why? Anyway, yeah. I'm sorry, but I think Ryan did a fantastic job with that. And the whole audience went crazy on that.
Yeah.
So he's really, they're having a lot of fun with it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's a
Yeah.
talented guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
he started off really young in this acting, I believe.
Yeah.
Was he one on the Mickey Mouse Club
I think he was, yeah.
Maybe.
with Brittany?
Maybe
and,
so. Oh, and
Justin Timberlake.
in My Girl, hold on, Brittany and
Selena?
no, I do love Selena.
She had just a standalone show.
Hold on, what was it? Christina Aguilera.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's yeah. So
She got the voice.
does she ever? I mean,
Ooh.
she can get it. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you go, girl. All right, Ken Day. National Chicken Noodle Soup Day. Brad, you like chicken noodle soup?
Love it.
Ken or Ken.
Ken? Yeah, Barbie.
Ken.
I love it. Whatever you say, Barbie.
It's early and we've digressed already. We're the downhill slide begins.
Keith. Okay.
I've been called way worse.
I'm telling you.
There's nothing in the coffee this morning.
No,
either.
I promise. I have not been the same since that hour. I promise you guys. Life this week has been.
I think that's a real thing.
You know,
I really.
thank
It's
you for
definitely a
making
real
me-
thing. I read a medical study that said that there were more heart attacks in the 3 weeks following
Yeah.
springing forward because the stressors on your body that the adjustment takes.
Wow.
I feel on my brain, my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Ken, don't you?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Keith. Okay, anyway, chicken noodle soup. Yes, love that. And actually, with all the pollen and all the stuff we got going on, chicken noodle soup would be really good for you right now. Yeah. Any certain kind of noodles you guys
when it's
like?
75 degrees this week and
Yeah.
it's 40 degrees next, break out the chicken noodle soup.
Anytime for
That's
chicken
true.
noodle
That's
soup.
true.
National Coconut Tort Day.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Coconut what?
Tort.
Tort. It looks
It's
like
a dessert.
pie?
It's,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's
You must have to be rich to know what a tort is.
no.
Well, that's why he
just
says
have,
higher.
You just
In that pocketbook.
you just have to have
The
friends that take you to these places that you
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah,
go
there you
on
go.
your own.
Yeah. National Dermatologist Day. Hats off
Okay.
to them. Oh, National Ginger Ale Day. I like ginger
Ooh,
ale.
I love
Oh,
Refreshing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. You know
Yeah,
how like
very good.
you forget about it and then all of a
Man,
sudden
is everybody's sick. Chicken noodle soup and ginger ale. It sounds
Yeah.
like being home with
Yeah.
mom when I
Yeah.
Ooh,
stayed home from school.
just a little glass with ice in it. Ginger ale. So
There's
refreshing.
there's ginger ale zero. If you drink
Uh-huh.
diet drinks, there's ginger ale zero with cherry right now. It's on sale.
Right there, right now.
It's good. It's good.
National Good Samaritan Day. It's always good. to
That should be every day.
I know. And do the right thing when people aren't even watching.
That should be every day too.
Yeah. National Jewel Day. Jewel. Love Jewel.
Like the singer.
No, it's got.
Oh. I love her.
I
Me
do
too.
too.
Me
I
too.
love
I
her.
do too.
And that one
I do.
album was, you could go front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be crying by the time I get home. I feel you, Jewel. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, National Jewel Day. Do you have a certain jewel you like? Anybody? I'll say diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
I always, my go-to is my birthstone garnet.
For me personally, or just,
No,
I don't wear
personally.
stones, but
Yeah.
appearance-wise, I think opals are really pretty.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I went to Australia and visited an opal mine once when I was in college. But it was a college trip. It was great. First time I've ever been on an airplane. Flew to Australia.
So what's a mine look like? No, I mean, what
I mean, similar to any other mine. You're just boring through the ground looking for.
I think of cobalt mines and all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
You know that you, or that.
It's
hit
less
in
like
Star
it's less
Wars-
like
in
it's
Return
less
of
like
the
a.
Jedi.
yes.
That
exactly.
reminds me of a mine.
It's
Yeah.
less like a strip mine and more like coal mining.
So do
Like
you see like the
tunnels
opal?
and
How do you find opal?
They're like veins through the rock. We
Oh,
didn't
wow.
really see a whole lot, honestly, because when you go in there, it's not like they're not so plentiful. They wouldn't be worth very much value
Right.
if you could just look to each side and see opals in the stone. But it's one of the bigger exports of Australia. So.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Well, so I'll share my story. So I had an opal ring, and I was so excited about it. I got it for my birthday, and I took it off and lost it. So that's when I learned don't take your rings off.
I bought one for my wife while I was there. She wasn't my wife at the time, but she was my girlfriend. So I brought her an opal ring home from Australia.
That's why she married you.
Yeah.
So-
I had to prove I was a
So
keeper.
no, that's really cool though, because so you brought her one from the area there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
No, that is cool.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. Yeah, that's good. National Open and Umbrella Indoors Day.
Oh no, it's
Bad
much
idea.
more fun out in the storm.
I'm waiting for the umbrella just doesn't blow inside out. When I go to
Becky's waiting on that as well.
when I go to bus
Yeah.
duty, I'm like,
Just-
why even? I should just put on the Gordon Fisherman suit because
Thank you.
we're out there
No.
in West Washington. There's no windbreaks, and anytime it's raining, it is windy as well.
Yeah.
And so I'm out there with my umbrella, just trying to hold on to it for dear life.
Pooh Bear, would you happen to have a balloon? It's
So,
a windy but blustery day.
So I guess Keith hasn't heard about the illustrious video of
Tell
Becky.
it, Bradley. Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
perfect timing, right place, right time. So, Mike King, store manager at Walmart, was sitting on the square at a restaurant, enjoying lunch.
Eating his curds and whey.
Eating his curds and whey, yeah. And he looks outside and gets his phone out because Becky White is getting out of a vehicle, struggling with an umbrella. She puts the umbrella up, and it totally, completely
Straight up.
straight up.
Straight up. Shoo.
Out of your
the funny
hands, or
thing-
just turns inside out?
Oh, inside out. Just
Oh,
got
okay.
the
It turned out, yeah,
Yeah.
it's up.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is, it's the struggle. She was not going to let
yeah.
it win.
No.
It did win,
So
but
I walk.
she's walking with the umbrella straight up.
Yeah, he's got the whole video. The
Yeah.
video is, yeah.
So,
It was something. And so what's funny is, I didn't even know he videoed it. You know, he's one of those that
That's like true performance art if no one's watching.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had no
You're just
clue
doing it
that
for the
anybody
world.
was watching
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
because I don't do well. You know, we at DC it rained, and here's all of these cool people pulling out their umbrellas and putting them up. You know, I'm with you. I just do a hat, I put my hat on, and you know, I mean, there's no way umbrellas and me.
I want to wear one of those just little, like, you know, blue hairs from the 80s with the little
rain
clear
bonnets.
rain bonnet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I
you
just need
go.
a rain bonnet thrown in
I-
my pocket and just throw that on top.
Yes.
I'd be better with a shower cap, even. You know.
See, I think of my grandma with her, you know, she'd take her rain bonnet off and kind of, you know,
Those
take
are
it
the
down
ways
a little
to go,
bit.
yeah.
And, yeah.
I wish I'd have brought one of those. Now,
But
that would have been
that
funny.
was when
That would've
helmet
been
hair was truly like, you know,
cool.
that would hold that.
Oh, Aquanet. Let me tell you. Concrete.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's like concrete. Let me tell you. And don't think, you know, the higher the hair, the closer to God.
Mhm.
You know, we
Yeah.
always
Oh,
have
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
up there. All right. National No Smoking Day. So
Hey, there you go.
yeah, there we go.
We've been looking for. I mean, I'm sure everyone's aware of this, but man, there is sure a epidemic of vaping in younger people.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very hard,
Yes.
and their minds are so, just so immature that chemically it makes a change, and like the addiction is strong. It's no joke, and we're trying everything we can to fight it.
Keith, I'm so glad
Yeah.
you said that because it's so true, and it's something that well, and watch me, you're hitting a nerve because it gets me when they started it, they lied and they started saying that it was healthy, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And all these children didn't know, and then they have flavors
Yeah.
that of course taste. I've never done a vape, but I can't.
You can
stand,
smell them.
Yeah, well, I can't
I
stand
think
the
most of
lying.
it smell.
I
Yeah.
don't like the
Yeah.
lies that they've told to our children.
You walk by and you think someone opened a
Yeah.
box of cereal,
Well-
and you see someone vaping out of their car window.
It's
Like,
very.
is that Fruit Loops?
Well,
Yeah.
Is that Fruity Pebbles? What is that?
Yeah. What? Wait. What?
I'd rather have the Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
I'd rather have the cereal.
Well, they were doing that to
In-
keep market share.
yeah.
Just change, and it was an easy way, and a soapbox moment. It was an easy way to get the next generation of people to support their.
Oh, and kids
products.
love technology. You know,
It's just crazy.
people
yeah.
love technology. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, look at this
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
thing, a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
little doodad.
Yeah.
Well,
But on a note to that is it just kind of it has shocked me, and I didn't realize this until like it was last fall. It was before the weather really started turning, and I every once in a while I'll walk completely around the building just to check on stuff or whatever. But our smoking area is over on the ACC side, lawn and garden side, right? And it struck me last fall there was more younger associates vaping out there than there were associates smoking, and how that has flipped even in the last 3 years was just like, wait, what? I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm talking about 19, 20,
Yeah.
early 20s kids,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. And I said, vaping, and this it's not bad for you, and you I think you could lay statistics down pages and pages,
Yeah.
and they're still like, nah, you're old, that type
Yeah,
thing.
right,
I
right.
don't mean that bad,
No,
but
it's true.
and it is. But I did have one young man that said, I'm addicted to it, and I can't, but
I get that, and I'm not being disrespectful or not
No,
being
yeah.
disrespectful to that, but it's so it burns my buns that my biscuits my
yeah,
buns
yeah.
that it burns because I don't like the way they marketed it and they lied and they made it like this is an alternative, this is a safe way, when it is not safe. It is not safe. And so I messaged and I said, any public service announcements, I'll run for free on my station about stopping this. Anytime anybody wants to do a PSA on this, I will.
Yeah.
We should write some PSAs and have some kids from each school read
I'd
them.
love that. That's
That
a
would
good
be
idea.
awesome.
That would be great. That would be great.
awesome.
Well, I think I just, I'm not saying that the hurdles that they'll have to go through to stop won't be there, but I want them to know that if they can and keep working on it, every day's a new day. It's just like, anything you're doing, you have to pick up every day and try, a new day. But I think that hopefully, hopefully we stop it from new people starting, and hopefully, and then in the ones that maybe, that are doing it. But anyway, so yeah, I think it's, and so that, yeah, I'm glad we talked about that this
I
morning.
know of one person who did use a vape to completely stop smoking. And that was the one success story, and she did use
And
it
then able to stop using the vape as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah. But that's not always normal,
No.
Yeah, so.
I mean, there's a convenience factor to it as well. Not even the same stigma as cigarettes. The smell's not the same.
Yeah.
Don't smell it on your clothing necessarily.
I've seen adults doing it,
Oh, yeah.
like
there's
in
adults,
coming
yeah.
out or before a meeting,
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen that, yeah. All right, so Registered Dietitian Nutrition Day. All right, it's showing all kinds of good veggies.
Most of our schools are directors of our kitchens have to have a dietitian degree.
Right, and it's crazy how they have to be creative, don't you feel?
Oh yeah.
Because they have to bring out the taste.
Yeah, they're limited on their ingredients they can use and how much.
Yeah.
And then in addition, you're trying to make it attractive for young people to eat.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about Billy Joe Russell. She's in our kitchen, and man, she has done a good job of being creative and getting the kids participating in the lunch program. Really good food in there. They're doing a great job.
Well, I think that they have had to hurdle over it, and I had to be very creative, because I don't think all the time people understand what all they have to do. They have to bring a taste that the children and adults like.
And they're accustomed to just having salt on the table, and then at
Yeah.
school you're not able to give them salt. Things
And
taste
sugar
differently, and then trying to get them to make kids that aren't exposed to try a stir fry or something. You got to make it look good. They use a lot of colorful vegetables. Try to make them look attractive. The appearance is good, then maybe people sample it and try it.
Yeah, and green beans. And all that good old.
What?
I said, I don't think you read your sponsors yet.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was snoozing. I was missing that hour. My goodness.
I love that. Though.
Ken and Barbie are on the same
Yeah, I know.
plane today.
Right, yeah, I'm
telling
like,
you.
y'all are throwing me off right now. I'm like, wait, okay.
We agreed on the way in here
I'm
that
gonna turn this over, meaning I have.
We're gonna really throw you a curveball today. We talked beforehand.
Or I was okay until
I felt like it was a squirrel moment. We're talking about school food, and then you haven't read your sponsor. Wait, what?
I love that.
No, but I do.
I love that.
It is interesting to me that it's just like anything else. You have all these requirements, and then it's just like, and they pull off miracles every day to make things work.
Well, and then we are so we live in a world where deep fried, right? And
we don't even have a fryer in our kitchen anymore.
At your house or
No, in the school. I don't have a fryer at my house either.
Okay.
An air fryer, but not
yeah.
a traditional. The old fry daddy.
Oh. But there's nothing like watching McDonald's fry those French fries. When they put those French fries down and they said we'll have hot fries in a moment. It's like
Yeah.
And how they're so amazing when they come out hot,
Best
and then if you
day
catch
ever.
them an hour later,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
what is this piece of styrofoam?
Well, they know that. They know that. You want it
Yes.
hot. You want them fresh and hot.
Yes.
Yes. That's a banner day.
That's
Yeah.
true. I still have my Fry Daddy.
Nice.
It's used one time a year, and that is Christmas morning for fried biscuits.
Oh, man, that sounds amazing.
And also fried cinnamon rolls are good too. But Christmas morning, that's
Aw.
that baby.
Now, do you put apple butter on those biscuits?
Sometimes, yeah, but this may sound really weird, but I do cinnamon sugar. But I like pepper jelly on fried donuts,
that sounds
just
good.
because it's sweet and then the little bit of
spice.
spicy. Yeah,
A little spicy.
but apple butter's always good too.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
No, but I do think that, like in schools, the no fryers, there's not that. So you have to. I just like to bring attention to them, because I think that they work hard, and I think they have a lot of challenges, and it's been a few years that have really been some like hurdles to figure out meals, and it's almost like whenever and I'm going to say Michelle Obama, kind of that era. It seemed like you almost like all of a sudden got a new nutritional direction way of doing stuff, and you have to be creative and figure out how to do it.
Our kids still blame Michelle Obama every time they can't get salt.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
I hear that too. Yeah.
It's like facts. Use them as you wish, right?
Yeah.
But no, but I think it's amazing though that you have a lot of programs that are big picture programs, but it's the people like in the high school kitchens and the elementary, that have got to pull out and do every day,
absolutely.
and it's just like, wow, and they're the last people that they ask, hey, how can we meet these guidelines and still, and it's important to make sure that our kids are eating well.
Well, if they were like a chef at a restaurant, okay, at a big restaurant, okay, let's move them, the same people, to a chef at a restaurant. They could do whatever they wanted to do. You know what I mean? Flavor how you want to flavor, fry how you want to fry, do whatever, you know what I mean? And you put it on the menu and let's go with it, right? Well, here, they're given a set of guidelines that you have to keep in this. And it's almost like you can pick this, prize on this shelf. Don't go above this shelf. Don't go to the right of the shelf, left of the shelf. And so I just think it's always nice to highlight them and to give appreciation to them.
So out of the new food, Keith, what do you think is your favorite? Or what do you see as the kids' favorite?
They have
Let's do your
for
favorite
me,
and the
they
kids'.
have a salad bar and they have a substation. So that's every day. So you can go in and get those things. I've heard the kids talk really highly of the cheese ravioli. They're like these really big raviolis. The kids love them. They have like a popcorn chicken with buffalo sauce. A lot of the kids like that. So they've definitely been creative with the stuff that they've been providing for the kids. But there's always these other options too. So if something happens, they do a po' boy. Really, really good.
I love a good.
We've not been out to West Washington for lunch. I mean, come on.
Can we come out there for lunch? Yes, please.
He's like, no.
The po'. I want to come have a po' boy. I love those.
Yeah.
And you said a sub? I can fix a sub?
Yeah, they got a substation where you can go. Well, they fix it for you, but
they fix it for me.
It's really, really good. The bread's good. Sometimes that's where you think like, oh, that's the difference in a nicer restaurant and maybe eating at a cafeteria. But the bread's really good. The quality, the meat's good. They keep stuff, all fresh ingredients out, and you can deck it out with all kinds of stuff, just like you're running through the subway line.
What about the salad bar? I love that idea.
So every day you can go on. She sends out an email to all of our staff, and so you can pre-order your salads. And so it's just a little Google form you fill out online, and you select what you would like on it, and then you walk down there, and it's already there by the register for you. And for the kids, they just go through and they say they want a salad, and they build it for them. But for the staff, you get an email every single morning.
That is amazing.
And then Tuesdays are always like Taco Tuesday, but they also do like a taco salad. So that's pretty good. They put that little popcorn chicken on your salad if you want it. Or
see, I'm telling you, and good for you guys taking care of the teachers and making it easy for them, and they can get good food. Yeah, that's
well,
right.
and their time is
awesome.
limited, so to have it already pick it up and let's go. You know what I mean? Then they have time to do maybe a little bit of a second of a breath, for themselves there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's wonderful.
So cool.
I'd be sending my order down.
They'd be like, 7:30, Becky's orders rolled in already.
She just will say, yes, the regular.
Yeah,
that's
just know
exactly
right.
what she wanted.
You know it.
And you'd be wanting I need a Dagwood sandwich, please.
Ooh, yeah, now you're talking. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Well, I'm glad we are talking about that, because I don't think a lot of times we get enough talk about what all they do. So hats off to them.
Yeah.
And to everybody that's involved in that. All right, so what else we got going on, Keith?
A million things.
Okay.
Spring. It's spring.
Spring. I know.
One thing that I want to share that I can't share all the details yet because did share them the other day, and I got slapped on the wrist by the
I
Department
love
of
that.
Education.
Uh-oh.
But
Okay.
our iRead scores came back to us. They're not supposed to be advertised, but I can say that we did really, really well again.
Yay.
So our third graders passed at an extremely high rate. And then now, starting last year, they had a pilot where second graders could take the third grade test. And by doing so, you can kind of recognize who might need extra assistance in third grade to help them pass it at the end of third grade. And this is the one that there's a lot of legislation in the state about this last session about how to, would it be forced retainment? We have to retain the kid if they don't pass it in third grade. iRead is like that benchmark of are they reading proficiently at that level and ready to move on. So having that information in second grade is really, really important. And so, again, not sharing exact numbers, but nearly 2/3 of our second graders passed the third grade test.
Awesome.
And so they don't have to take it again in third grade because it's not like try to get as high a score as you can.
Right.
It's just like pass, fail, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And so they won't even have to take it again. And then the next year, all you're going to do is, not all you're going to do, but you're going to be able to identify and focus on some kids that may need some additional interventions to make sure they pass in third grade. So, yeah, couldn't be prouder
So that's
of
awesome.
them. But then that's everybody from pre-K, kindergarten, first, second, third, all the way through, building those skills, foundational skills, getting them to that point. And those staff and the aides that work alongside, sometimes it's hand over hand with the kid, and then the teachers. And then we got great administrators in the elementary. Mr. Mills is our assistant principal down there. He helps to make sure order is the rule of the day, taking care of things when they need to be taken care of, trying to teach kids. If they're not behaving well, try to modify that behavior and give them the tools to do better next time. And then Mr. Rosenbaum, who's been, I can't even say how long he's been down there. It's been so long, a permanent fixture of the school, and he has really led that school to be extremely effective when it comes to preparing kids for not just the standardized testing, but also for moving on into their next level. So it's just amazing to see the work they do. And you got a teacher sitting in there every single day with the same 24 kids. That's why spring break is so important.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
it
It
is.
is.
This has been a long stretch.
Everybody is so
Right.
thrilled about the idea of spring break coming up.
No doubt.
And it's just one of those things where it gets you get a little anxious too. You're looking out that window and it is 70 degrees and sunny.
Oh, yeah.
Spring fever is a real thing. As adults, you can feel it kind of boiling up.
Sure.
Sitting in your office or looking out your window, or just can't wait for the end of the day so you can go home and go for a walk or just enjoy the sunshine. Kids are the exact same way.
Overachieving. I still can't get, yeah.
Yeah, kids are the exact same way, and they get even a little more rambunctious. So I think everyone's ready for that.
Yeah.
They've
Definitely.
been working very hard.
Well, and that I think we've talked about it. From New Year's till now. I mean, till spring break is kind of a big gap, and it's also one of those gaps where it's a lot of clouds. There's not a lot of sunshine, coming in the window, or a lot of or cooler temperatures. Our temperature's been all, almost like a Powerball.
Yeah.
Number, what I mean? It's been so crazy, and then now we're getting warmer temperature. I mean, who doesn't want to be outside? How do you not want to be outside? How do you not want to do this? And
Well, I see a lot of teachers taking classes out, even doing class out there, reading outside, or doing an assignment outside. Obviously recess built in there, which everyone loves that. But I see teachers attempting to get kids outside every opportunity they can, which is great too.
Now, when you, whenever let's go back on with the testing and everything. So whenever the second graders that do not make it, then they get to retake it on third grade. Is that right?
They'll retake it again in third
Okay.
grade, and then even those third graders that don't pass it will have the opportunity to take it a couple times here at the end of the school year or in the summer. And right now they haven't passed yet forced retention. They put some other things in place that we as schools need to do. Which I think is, I like the idea of the schools being able to make those decisions for individual students, but also we try to identify kids in kindergarten and first grade and retain them at a younger level to where you can re-emphasize the foundational skills. If you wait till the finish line, third grade, we say you got to be proficient, and then you retain them then, you know, you don't have the ability to go all the way back and work on the foundational things. And, you know, if you retain them in kindergarten or first grade, the last thing you do is want to turn around and do it again in third grade.
Right.
So I really prefer the model where we use our diagnostic tools and the opinions of the experts that are in there every single day, which are the teachers. I hate to say it, I do like some of our legislators, but they are not experts when it comes to education, and they are making all of our education rules. So that's a little disheartening sometimes. And it's whoever's got their ear at the time and able to kind of influence that. And the people that should have their ear and the people that they should be seeking out to get this information from is directly in the trenches. It should be the teachers, it should be the administrators, and unfortunately, we have to haul our butts up to Indianapolis to have our voices heard. I really think it should be working the opposite way.
Well,
another soapbox.
No, I think you're. I think,
That's,
you know,
no, I mean,
you bring up some good points.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't think everybody understands all the process too. I don't think everybody understands, you know, how it's all done.
Yeah, no, of course not. And then school's a lot different, and the kids that are coming in are living in a lot different circumstances than some of these legislators that may happen to be 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. You know, things look a lot different in a school than they did back then, and there are other challenges. And I just feel like there's not enough dependence on the educators in influencing the education legislation. You know, I got something from one of our associations that I belong to, and they said there are very few, if any, retired educators or current educators that happen to also run for office and then go represent our communities. It's usually business owners, lawyers, you know, maybe some people, maybe farmers occasionally, but even they're really underrepresented. But they have also a very good Farm Bureau, does a lot of good work in the state of Indiana for our farmers. But it's difficult to go up and see all. If you look at the legislation that was passed in this short session, half of it's education. So I get that, because education is very important. It's important to our future of our communities and our kids. But at the same time, the people writing that legislation are reactively trying to fix something that they really don't even understand. So that's a little frustrating. And if they want us to give an opinion on it, we have to meet them. You know what I mean? We have to start being more vocal. We have to go up and we have to be active, because they aren't sending information, and they're not even sending surveys to us, right? You would think, say in the fall, and they got a short session in January, that they maybe would be surveying all the educators in the state of Indiana. But honestly, I'm not sure that that's ever going to happen. So we just got to be louder than what we are. Teachers normally are put your heads down and go in and get the work done type folks. And people got to start speaking up. I went up and spoke at a subcommittee, and it was packed because it was the transportation committee, and they were talking about the busing system in Indianapolis. So there were a bunch of people showed up. I was talking about stop arm violations on school buses. The current law is pretty soft on, if you're caught by an actual police officer, it could potentially be a felony. That's probably where it ought to be. But if you're caught by a camera on the bus, or you're caught by the bus driver who takes down the license plate, it's not seen firsthand, the punishment for that is very, very low, and the burden of proof is on our prosecutor's office to say that person was actually driving the car. You know, you own the car, you run a stop arm, it's reported, I know what car it was, I said a partial plate, they match it. You could say, well, I wasn't driving that car. That's the end of it. And that's just not right.
Right.
You're talking about safety of children. I don't understand it. And the subcommittee, myself and a couple other superintendents spoke. It's intimidating. You're in a pretty small room, about 1,500 square feet, and 13 legislators, and you go up to the podium and there's cameras on you because they live stream the whole thing. And it's packed because all these Indianapolis folks are up there to talk about the buses. And you're delivering information. And I just took quotes from our bus drivers. You know, I was like, who could explain it better than a bus driver? What it feels like to have your stop arm ran by someone. I mean, it's devastating. These people are on pins and needles all the time, and it happens daily. If you were to take our county, one of our buses, Pekin's, Salem's, or ours, stop arm is ran every day, I guarantee. because I know how frequently it happens to our buses alone. And so if you start, you triple and quadruple the number of buses on the road, when you start adding the other schools in, it is happening every day. It endangers the kids every day. So our drivers, we put in precautions ourselves where a kid never goes to the steps until the stop arm's out, the bus has stopped, and they're sure that the traffic has stopped. So the kids know. Even though the bus has stopped, I don't cross the white line. I don't start going down the stairs until my bus driver looks at me and says, "Have a good night." Otherwise, they don't do it. In the mornings, we tell our kids and we teach our kids to make eye contact with the driver, and they will motion you to the bus or to cross the street to get to the bus. That's important. I think that's good practice. But at the same time, why is there the need for it? You see red flashing lights and you see a red stop sign, stop your car, get your face out of your phone. Yeah, we're talking about children and their safety.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me angry, and I'm only experiencing it secondhand. Oh my gosh, when I talk to a bus driver and it's happened in the morning, it's like anger with tears in your eyes.
Oh, well, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
And,
I love the passion. I'm 100% with you. Everything you're saying, you preach it.
They should absolutely bring back public shaming for things like that.
No, I mean, really.
I'm not trying to minimize. I mean, I think that's like, your face needs to be everywhere.
Because I'm with you, Keith. This is a very touchy subject for me too, because I feel the same way. Because there's no excuse for that. There's plenty. You've got ample time. You know what I mean? And you've got time to stop. And you're talking about a child, an innocent child crossing the road. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And has
two times in the last 3 years we've had people pass us on the right-hand side.
Oh, please.
On the stair side from behind.
I can't even. I did not know that. That really irks me too. And I think the thing too. Okay, how do you, I get and I understand that where you work on teaching the child to catch eye contact with the bus driver, but also, okay, like right now, it's so beautiful, so nice, the weather, and you have all this energy, and
they want to run out. They want to run off the bus.
That's what I'm saying. You run off the bus, or right? No, I mean these are things that you got to remember their age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We have preschoolers riding our bus.
Oh, some of them just look like they just come out of the womb.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know what I mean?
Little babies.
Yeah, I'm like, that one just walked out of the womb. And so you have this, and then all of a sudden, their minds, you can't 100% rely on them thinking about what they're supposed to be doing at that time because of their age.
Right.
They're getting home,
right.
They're excited, or they're leaving home, they're going to school, they're excited, and that's where adults driving. This is,
And the thing about it is, most adults are driving where they know there's the possibility for a bus.
Yeah.
So until you get to wherever you need to be or wherever you're not going to be possibly encountering a bus, I agree with Keith. Put your phone down. Just pay attention to what you're doing.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So what people, I know, that's so sad. Well,
because I have to think that people aren't in that big of a hurry that they're intentionally doing it. I mean, I still believe, in the goodness of people. We're talking about this, and it makes total sense. Safety of babies.
Yeah.
So I can't believe someone's just completely disregarding it. They have to be distracted, not paying attention.
Yeah.
Something is going on that's keeping them from abiding that law. And again, it just blows my mind that you go up there and you speak. It passes. There's one guy out of the 13 that votes no for it. And I asked our association person, I said, why on earth does anyone object to this? And he said there's a certain group of people in the legislators that they don't want any type of policing done by camera. It's kind of like the Big Brother thing. They're against, they're not against policing. They're not against supporting police. They just feel like it's their job to catch infractions, and it shouldn't be a police state with cameras, Big Brother, looking at everything and then enforcing it. Which I guess to some degree, people use cameras to protect their personal property. No one cares about that. And in this case, to me, that principle has to take take a back seat to the safety of the kids.
Yeah. Well, and I think, it wouldn't even be feasible to think that a police officer is going to see everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's only, we don't even have enough, you know what I mean?
You think about it this way, if it's your own child and you were in your vehicle checking the mail or something and they got out to run across, someone is not paying attention or not being safe or driving my kid used to ride their bike in front of our house and we live towards the stop sign, but people still love to go very fast down our house. someone flew down the road. As a parent, what did I want to do?
Oh.
I got in my car and I went, I'm going to confront this person. Can you imagine what the bus drivers feel like with these kids every single day and their responsibility they must feel, with 40, 50, 60 kids on their school bus? It's just, they're saints. I love them all. They're also good.
No, really, it's true. And it's hard. I mean, and you got to, it's not a glorious job, bus drivers,
No.
And I think anytime you can support them too and 100% lift them up. But I think on this, just because you're late, don't try to make up for it on the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're late, then take it on the chin. Whatever consequences when you get to wherever it is, just take it on the chin because you can't make it up on the road.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm a firm believer on that.
Yeah, you're not going to drive 70 miles an hour on country roads instead of going by the posted limit of 50 and actually make up any time.
Yeah, just because you chose to sleep in a little bit longer or do whatever you chose to do, your lack of watching time or being punctual shouldn't be made up on the road.
Yeah.
So I think good points, and I'm glad you brought that up because I guess I didn't realize how much it happens.
Yeah.
And that's heartbreaking, and I think we need to make sure it doesn't happen, And if the bus driver...
I asked drivers, we have one that's been there for 40 years, Diane Ewing, amazing. I asked her if she could be my adoptive grandmother. She's just one of those people that you can't help but love her to death. And then Rita Poe, she's been there 30. And then I asked Kelly Mullet and Miss Richardson, both. They've all been like 20 years, 15 years. And they definitely in the last 5 years, there has been an increase in the number of stop arm violations.
That's so crazy.
And I got to think it's associated with distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that doesn't even sound. You would think that we're getting better at that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. It's good awareness, reminding everybody. And so if somebody
all the schools are always paying for ads at the start of the year in the newspaper. we don't have a bunch of money to just freely do those kind of things, but we're placing ads at the newspaper. And now that I know that you're willing to give us some free advertising, I'm gonna meet with the other superintendents and we're gonna get that done. We're gonna get some kids to record some PAs.
Oh, I think it would be wonderful. Yeah,
it would be too.
That'd be great.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that you bring up some good awareness of of the the buses and stuff, and good, especially this time of year when everybody's got their mind not thinking clearly and just running and trying to frolic. So what else we got going on, Keith?
Just a quick list. We don't have to get as in-depth on these things, but we got something brand new happening this summer. We've never hosted this before. It's called Camp Invention. It's a week-long STEM camp, and it's open for West Washington students, but it's open for students across the county too, anyone that's interested. It'll go all week long, and there'll be a lot of different activities. Just a great week for the kids. It's June 3rd through the 7th, and this is the first time we're going to do it. It's for kids in grades kindergarten through 6th grade. Really, really cool thing. We got our play coming up, our drama production of Beauty and the Beast, and they are going to come for the next WSLM show because that week that we're assigned to is the week of the performance. So on April the 12th, 13th, and 14th, they will be performing Beauty and the Beast. They are really, really excited. I'm really excited. The fact that we got some really talented kids, and we have not backed down from a challenge of a big production. This is certainly a big production. If you're following us stuff on Facebook, Mr. Tankersley's construction classes, they built these beautiful spiral staircase for a set piece. Looks really, really cool. I just feel like it's going to be great for sure. The ladies that do that, Miss Kayla Seabold and Miss Sarah Burks, who's my secretary in my office, and Hannah Ledgerwood, they just do a fabulous job with those kids, supporting them but pushing them really, really hard to get the best out of them. So that's really exciting. Got spring sports coming up. Both our softball and our baseball team are preseason ranked. So that's exciting. We look to have a very, a fun year, but also what we anticipate to be a very successful year. So personally for me, it's a little bittersweet. My son's a senior, so it'll be the last time to go watch him play. So I'm excited personally. But in addition, you just know that it's going to be really good. So
He's
so
getting a toy.
set your
Like-
calendar.
he's
You're
like, I'm not
gonna
crying,
make
I'm
it.
not
No,
crying.
I'm
Yeah.
not crying.
I'm excited, for
'Cause
the
this is
whole
the
big
last. This is
guest
your baby.
on scene, the be our guest scene, the choreography and the dancing and stuff. It's going to be so cool. Well, and now here goes squirrel. I went back to the drama.
Try the
I
grape
went back
stuff.
to the
It's
drama.
delicious.
But baseball and softball is going to be amazing too. So I'm
Yeah.
so excited. We got kindergarten registration coming up next week.
And track started, right?
Track started, yeah. We got a track season coming up as well, and I think that both teams are going to be bigger than they've been in the last several years. So I know they're excited about the 4x100 team. They hope to be successful. They keep looking up at the record thinking, can we get that? Can we get that? So, there's some challenging each other to get themselves on the record board. Kindergarten registration, that's one that a lot of people don't think about, registering your child for kindergarten for the following school year, but this is important to the school. It helps us kind of project how many students we're going to have, and it's also important because the last couple years we've gotten to our max number in our kindergarten, and so when that happens, you have to turn some people away. We can't turn people away that live in our school district, but you sometimes have to turn students away that may elect to come to your school because of the size. So there are a couple of spots left for our registration, so we ask that you call the elementary office and set that up. Then we got the FFA annual breakfast coming up.
Ooh, everybody wants to know about that.
I gotta look up the date, so let me try to find that. But it is coming up in April as well, and that is on April the 13th, Saturday, April 13th. A beautiful, really good breakfast. Served from 6 to 9, and the live auction starts at 9 o'clock, and a silent auction. There's a lot of cool items to bid on, but you
tell us
also.
some of the items. Do you have?
I don't know the item list
I
yet, but
didn't
normally they build a handful of
Yeah,
things in the
yeah.
classroom and they auction those off, but then they also get businesses to support the silent auction, and there'll be gift baskets with a lot of cool themed stuff. And then
that
there's
was the
also
cool theme music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Then there's
Sorry.
also the auction of some work hours from the FFA students, and
Ah.
which is always kind of fun, and you can get them to do some of those things you just hate to do. Like I know myself, one year I auctioned and won the auction, and 2 of the girls from the FFA came over, and I said, Marcy, this is a gift to you. And she had them pull everything out of our cabinets, clean out all of our cabinets, put everything back in the cabinets. She was able to sort some things while they were doing that, and box some things up, get rid of some things. I know that Mr. Rosenbaum in the past, he has won an auction and then had kids go out there and clean his fencing around his property. So it's just some of those things you dread,
Yeah,
you can
definitely.
get some help with that.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Our BPA students just wrapped up their state competition. They came back weary and tired yesterday. Had a lot of really good success there. I don't know if I have all the finishes, but just like in years past, we go up and represent really, really well. I know we had several kids in the state finals. Paige Wolford, Alton Lundergan, and Ellie Strother. I'm probably missing some because I
No.
don't have the full list.
Alton did well in HR, Human
yeah.
Resources.
Hey, there you
Yeah.
go, Brad.
Passing
And-
of the torch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Brad is handed.
Gladly.
Toss it.
No offense. But
And so that means a lot of them are going to qualify to go to nationals, which is always a really good experience. Our robotics season is wrapping up. Our elementary went and did a couple of competitions and did real good. We started a junior high team this year because the response for the elementary has been so strong. And the junior high, they competed last weekend at East Washington. All of our several of our county schools participate in this, and it's a lot of fun. We appreciate them hosting it. They do a really good job hosting it, and it's just been really, really, really good school year. It's kind of wild to think that we're approaching spring break because when you come back, you've only got 7.5 weeks, and you think, wow,
Yeah.
how did that happen?
Yeah. I think a lot of your seniors have got senioritis, and then whenever they hit spring break, they're going to get even further senioritis.
Every class is a little different. I see some senioritis in some of these kids, but I also see some kids that I'll stop and ask. I'll say, "You getting excited about graduation?" And they'll say, "No, not really."
Oh.
Like they're. I've heard that so much more than I've ever heard it in the past out of this class. Kids saying, "No, not really. I don't really want to leave." And you know, you just reassure them like, "You're ready. You know, you are ready." And so yeah. Oh, this weekend on St. Patrick's Day, I think it's St. Patrick's Day, right? 17th of March.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have our spring concert. And so the ASL students will be there signing along with some of the songs. So you got people performing with their instruments and their voices.
Is that Sunday?
And that's Sunday. That's this Sunday. And also along with that, we do our art show. So there'll be students' art, where you'll be able to walk around and see before and after. So that's always fun. And what our arts programs have evolved to is really impressive. You know, sometimes those things will struggle over time, and we had some struggles there, and we pivoted and made some changes. Instead of traditional marching band, we have pep band that's more like a rock band.
Mm-hmm.
They had the coolest shirts that were themed off of like School of Rock this year. And so those kids will be there. There's a piano class, there's a guitar class. She still teaches percussion. And so if you've been to any of our games, it's kind of a neat environment because it's definitely more like a garage band. You know, they're rocking out, playing some music, some songs that you'd recognize, rock songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
It's really good.
It's really good. And then, it's almost become our unofficial theme song, Copperhead Road. I don't know how it's been adopted by our kids. We put it on our football playlist like way back in the early 2000s, and it was because one of the kids' dads loved that song, and so we put it on there, played it every year. And now it's like embedded in our community, and they play Copperhead Road. The band does. And you got a kid that is able to play the guitar and the mandolin. He pulls out the mandolin and plays that distinctive part in the Copperhead Road song. So we don't have a bagpipe, but they do that on the keyboard.
It's great to watch. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Really great.
One thing on a side note, real quick, your American Sign Language.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Nance, thankfully, gave us a resource. Not gave, but we're using his teacher that does all of the great work with American Sign Language. We're waiting till after the spring stuff gets done or whatever, and so coming up, but. Walmart has asked them to give us a class for certain leaders in the Southern Indiana market. So, because we do have some stores that we can communicate with associates better and address those needs that we have. So, hats off. He's going to write a special curriculum that's for us. That one thing that I think is amazing that I didn't think about is he's also going to talk about some of the stereotypes of things that we automatically assume you should do with someone, an associate or a customer that's hearing impaired, and not to. So I think,
that's good.
so hats off. I reached out to Keith, and they were so kind to do that. So I'm excited about that.
You
so
should be,
thank you for that class. Is amazing to watch those kids. I have a nephew that's in that, and so
really
Lucas
cool.
loves it. Yeah,
I love that.
And then one more thing that I think is just a great service, and then we've partnered with WIC, Washington County WIC, and they are actually using our office space once a month. And that is helpful to our families to get them support that they need. So it's only up through 5 years old, but obviously our kindergarten students and our other students have siblings that may qualify. So the parent who may not know where the WIC office is or even know that they may qualify for WIC, they can actually come into our office. It's once a month, and they do everything there. We got the scale to measure and weigh the babies. We got all that kind of stuff, and Miss Kettlefinger will be there running that. This next one's coming up is on March 21st, and she's there once a month, and it's just kind of try to get an outreach. She came to me with the idea. She thought maybe it would improve participation with our area of our community. We got a great community and we do help each other out, but it's sometimes hard for some of our families that live in Hardinsburg potentially to come to Salem. They may typically choose to go west to Paoli or even into Floyd Knobs or something. And so this outreach will help qualify more people, make sure that their families and young kids are taken care of with good, healthy food. I'm sure that working in the food industry and the grocery industry, you understand exactly how much WIC can impact a family, a young family.
Absolutely.
Well, then that's getting for.
You want to give families every advantage possible.
Help them out, and especially and nutrition is so important at any age, but especially getting off on the right.
Because those families and those babies are our future.
That's right.
And it's never the kid's fault. I mean, I don't know how much I can say that. I being a person who's in education and also being in the state of Indiana, or just I believe this, like, go out and work and get some work done. The good thing about WIC is it's a wage qualification. It's not necessarily it's not the same support as Medicaid or TANF or anything like that. So you can qualify for it and be a nuclear home. You can, just as long as you meet the requirement, you got enough children in your household, there's an equation. But it's never the kid's fault. Every time I hear someone like, well, we need to quit giving all these handouts, well, most of it, to me, if I look at it, I look at it from the standpoint of there's a 3-year-old in that home, and WIC is such an important part of, because it's limited on what you can spend the WIC on, and most of it is like milk and eggs and nutritious type things, diapers, formula, things that a kid's going to need to grow up healthy.
Why would you not want to help someone out? I mean, that's me.
Sometimes the people that say those things, I'm like, you're the most giving person I know. You have an excellent heart. It's like, but when it comes to the government doing something, like they'll write a check when it's come time to support someone in our community without blindly just hand it over to me and say, I trust you to get this to the people that need it. The same people, the same exact people. And I think it's probably a little distrust of how they're spending the money, and I get all that.
I get that.
I really get that.
Yeah.
But if anyone,
I don't think
if anyone were to drive by and see,
don't judge how the government is spending money and things like that.
Okay.
It's a little bit of like, is this really where that's going to go? That type thing.
I got you. Okay, I was thinking.
No, not the people distrusting that. No.
Okay. I mean, because all of them, if I, especially our area churches, but there are certain people in our community that I know, if there's someone in need, and I say, raise my hand, we got a need.
No.
They will stop what they're doing, drive to my office, and hand me a check.
Well, and WIC is fantastic. I mean, but I'm just going to, Walmart, what'll they do for our food bank? You guys, I mean, Brad, stays so calm about that. Not even, this is me talking. I know you guys, and, you'll see a big, I don't know what you call skid. I don't know what they call them. Whatever the big thing, and all that food pallets, whatever you call it, is going to the food bank. I mean, and the food bank said, we've never had so much food until Walmart came into our community. So I mean, so you have that on a local level, but if the government or national, somebody wants to help a family out, it's what a blessing.
Yeah.
It's one more tool. And if it's nutritional, and maybe another thing too, not even talking about the food, they're learning nutrition.
Yeah.
They're learning that they're learning about. Maybe they haven't been taught that, maybe that the milk and eggs and cheese.
And food insecurities can change the trajectory without even realizing the impact that has on our kiddos. Yeah. And I think he said it a couple times, but it's like, it's not the kid's fault. I mean, you gotta just. I mean, it's not. You
I don't think you can ever outgive. Just do. Just give. Just give. You know what I mean? So, and if you, know someone, and I think that's a blessing, because I think you have a lot of, our county's a big county, and you have that, that west end maybe that can't get over here to the east or the south, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'd love that this
It makes perfect sense that things are housed in Salem. It's right dead in the center.
Yeah.
If you mark it out on a grid, it's right in the middle.
Sure,
good planning in the original.
But it's a blessing that for those that can't travel.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, though, I think that's sometimes that we take it for granted, but we've got great folks in this community that quietly, consistently step up to the plate, and
Oh, yeah.
they're like, how can I help? Or here, I hope this helps. And I think overall, our county, we're giving people here.
Oh, yeah.
I really believe that. So
I agree.
People here care about
they do.
people.
Yeah, they do. And you hear that so often. You know, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, Keith Nance, thank you so much for coming in from West Washington, Superintendent, West Washington School Corporation. So how are you feeling real quick, let's put the dad hat on, get into the senior, the last one out. Are we?
You want to talk about ripping off the Band-Aid. My daughter graduates the first week of May. We're moving her to North Carolina. She's getting married on June 15th. My son graduates on May 21st and goes to college in August. It's a pretty big deal. It's
So what he's saying is Marcy is keeping him together, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Point, right?
we are very much leaning on each other. I gotta say, I can't imagine being with anyone else. She's such a great lady.
Oh,
And,
she's listening.
Well,
yeah.
he's
Love is
and
alive.
she's
Oh, I
a rock
know.
star.
I
She's
know.
a rock star.
I know.
And
Amazing
we
person.
all need that support and rock in your life, right? And she is my biggest support for sure. So sometimes work can be hard, job can be hard. Take a lot of complaints if you're at the top. Brad knows that. Sometimes you're getting a lot of stuff coming up at you. The person who said stuff runs downhill has never been on the top of the hill, I don't think. And so it's difficult. And she is she's just so good. She takes care of me. She loves on me. And but both of us in this case are affected equally. And so it's like, when she's weak, I'm strong. If I'm weak, she's strong. And you kind of help
That's good.
support each other. And we're making our plans. We got our fabulous golf course here in our community. We got a membership there. She picked up golf a little bit with me.
there
And
you
so
go.
that's our plans to keep us busy a little bit.
Good.
And we've got other plans to make sure we're not sitting at home staring at the television or staring at each other saying, "Oh, I forgot who you are." We've been spending all our time chasing these kids around. So it's I just kind of told her, I said, my plan is I'm gonna court you all over again. It's gonna be like we're dating for the first time.
I love that.
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Well,
There you go.
and the good thing about all that is, though, I mean, it's tough sending them out, but you both have raised two exceptional young people, so you're giving the world a gift,
There you go. Onward ho. Yeah.
So yeah.
I understand the way my parents felt, because you can do some things and accomplish things and have some pride. Like, I did that. Look, I did that. Man, when you see your kid do something,
There's nothing.
it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
It is a totally different thing.
For sure.
Um,
Definitely.
I'm very proud of them.
As you should be. Well, Keith Nance, thank you so much for coming in. Brad, thanks for hanging out with me. And I've got
Absolutely.
my green on, and so
Yes.
you've got all St. Patrick's Day, Easter.
Hey, we've
stuff,
got Easter stuff, but
bunnies
we've
are
still
so
got a
cute.
few St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
shirts, so come over and get those. And I hear at some point today they're going to be on sale, so come check out the sales. We're going to have a lot of stuff going.
Just in
on
case
today.
you need more green in your closet.
So,
I get
yeah,
mine.
absolutely. And we've got a lot of plants starting to come in. That's always my favorite part of the year is I make every excuse to, when I get done with the meeting, I'm going to walk out through
Oh,
lawn
I
and
always
garden.
do.
Makes me
It's-
happy.
it's my loop.
Lets me
It's my loop.
process
It's my
things.
loop.
So,
I have to walk out there. Yeah.
So come see us. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, let's thank our sponsors.
We've got Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's, Fox Philly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Windhorse for Home in both Paoli and English, and McAllister Land Consulting.
All right, best day ever, everyone. Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property lines? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860, providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860.
The world's biggest bourbon and music festival, Bourbon and Beyond 2024. A perfect blend of bourbon, culinary, and music with Zach Bryan, Dave Matthews Band, Tyler Childers, Neil Young, Beck, and Louisville's own My Morning Jacket, Matchbox 20, Cody Jinks, Maren Morris, The Head and Heart, Tedeschi Trucks Band, The National, Whiskey Myers, Chris Isaac, Young the Giant, Teddy Swims, Milky Chance, and more. September 19th through 22nd in Louisville, Kentucky. Single day and weekend passes, camping and hotel packages. On sale now at bourbonandbeyond.com.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. The experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877.
Which is best, white chili or red chili? Bring your appetite and your opinion to the AWC Chili Cook-Off March 11th from 4 to 7 at Southern Hills Church. Tickets are available at the door. Only $5 for adults and $3 for children. If your own chili recipe is killer, then sign up to compete. Call 812-216-6505 for a registration form, or download the form from awarenesswashingtoncounty.org. There is no fee to enter, and you have the chance to win cash prizes for Best Red Chili, Best White Chili, People's Choice Best Chili, and Best Decorated Booth. Hope to see you March 11th.
Do you wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Joint replacement at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine makes it easier than you think. Schneck is proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at schneckortho.com.
Hello, Salem and Washington County. Are you ready to design your dream living space? This is Alyssa with Windhorse for the Home in Paoli. With a short drive to Paoli, you can have all the products and services to make your vision come to life. We stock a wide selection of high-quality furniture for your home like Ashley and Catnapper. We also offer brand-name appliances such as Speed Queen, Whirlpool, and Maytag. At Windhorse for the Home, we can help make your house a home with easy financing, free delivery, and free in-home setup. Let me help design the home of your dreams. Windhorse for the Home, located in Paoli, Indiana, 812-723-3535. Now serving Salem and Washington County.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires you know to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving mean. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
See your Michelin dealer today for the Michelin Defender tire. It's the tire that delivers what you want. Outstanding safety, more miles and fuel efficiency, all backed by an 80,000-mile limited warranty. Don't sacrifice. Ask for the Michelin Defender tire today at your local Michelin dealer. Find the right Michelin tire and get the expert service you deserve at Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper, Davis County Tire and Supply in Washington, and Knox County Tire and Supply in Vincennes. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Indiana's going to win it, and they have won it!
5 times national champions, 22 conference championships.
3 on the way. Yes!
17 Big Ten Players of the Year.
Throws up a shot. High, hit it again!
7 Basketball Hall of Famers. And countless memories on the court.
Trace puts it up. Oh, got it! What a spin move!
This is Indiana Hoosiers basketball.
Introduce your family and friends to one of Salem's oldest traditions, home cooking from Mama Rosa's in Salem. Whether you're getting that one-of-a-kind tasting pizza, baked spaghetti, hot sandwiches, or a variety of other Italian food and artisan pizzas, Mama Rosa's has something for everyone. Open Tuesday through Thursday 4 to 9 for dining and carry-out, Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays from 11 to 9. Mama Rosa's brings their famous pizza buffet to you on Fridays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for just $10.99. Choose from a wide variety of pizzas, homemade soups, and a large salad bar with their homemade potato salad, slaw, and desserts. Then come back for Friday night's home-style buffet from 4:30 to 8 or 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays for $12.99, where you'll find a variety of good home-cooked foods. Stop in and see Joanne and her family at Mama Rosa's and make some new memories or relive your childhood with that one-of-a-kind taste. Dine in or call 812-883-6296 to take the great taste of Mama Rosa's pizza home with you.
At Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation, we offer hope in the form of our Moving Forward short-term rehabilitation to home program. With a full range of therapy programs, the goal of Moving Forward Rehabilitation is to help people return home safely with the skills they need to live life on their own terms. Call us and ask us about your Medicare replacement policy or managed insurance policy and what your benefits are. We are here to help. For more information about Meadowview, visit ascseniorcare.com or call 812-883-4681.
one 800-245-6000 or visit tnusa.com/Bubba. Resolving to eat healthier this year was easy. Actually doing it, not so easy. Well, Field of Greens is our healthy superfruit and vegetable habit in my house. Each superfruit and vegetable in Field of Greens was doctor selected for a specific health benefit. Some support your heart, lungs, and kidneys. Others support metabolism for healthy energy and weight loss. If you resolve to get healthier in 2024, it starts with Field of Greens. Get 15% off your first order with free rush shipping at fieldofgreens.com. Use the promo code Bubba or go to rickandbubba.com.
Let me guess, your medicine cabinet is crammed with stuff that doesn't work. You still can't sleep, you still hurt, and you're still stressed out. CB Distillery's targeted formulations are made from the highest quality, clean ingredients, and with over 2 million customers and a solid 100% money-back guarantee, CB Distillery